you didn't go home for a while. You went to a football game at Carl Albert.
Yeah.
But talk about that though, because you know those guys could be playing when you're in the NFL. So
Yeah.
talk about what you were doing, man.
Well, first off, super impressed with Carl Albert. They're very talented, and I'm just love high school football. I think it's a very pivotal time in a lot of people's careers, learning who you are and you know, kind of that innocence of playing ball, and just love watching it. So I'm glad I got to get out there and watch some football because I if I was in Hawaii, I'd be watching my high school, but you know, I'm just a big supporter of the high school
Did
football.
you know them already?
I do. I know them pretty well, so they're good people.
What else did you do over the bye week?
Took the took my girlfriend to Target,
There you go.
little Starbucks run. I'm not so I tried the pink drink and went that way with the strawberry acai and some coconut milk. Got the
Man,
medium. I'm learning. There's grande, there's venti, there's different sizes. So I don't want you guys to think I'm not educated on that. I'm just starting to continue to learn because I'm not a coffee drinker.
so
So
you really cut loose at Target. Wow.
yeah, Target, you can rack up a check real quick. So definitely, on the way back to the cashier, just throwing things back. So,
You
but
play a familiar team this week.
I do, I do.
You looking forward to it?
I am. I think it's interesting. How college football brings it all full circle. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for every opportunity and grateful that I get to run out with these guys and um, it'll be a great time.
We asked you about being at UCF when they were in the American and wanted to be in the Big 12. Now that they're in the Big 12 and that week is here, does it just feel different? Does it feel odd almost looking at them as a Big 12 team?
I think now I'm just kind of settling in that college football is what it is, and it's wild, and once you think one thing, it'll turn into a whole nother. So just kind of letting it all happen. And I'm not. I would just say this: I'm not surprised with college football how things are going. There could be any matchup. There can be any player on any team. So
Dillon, you've spoken a lot about now the experience you have and how the game has slowed down for you. When you're a starting quarterback in your third career game, how how fast was life moving back then in 2019?
well, when you're 18, taking your first snap, a lot's going through your head. But I think just the whole journey, getting to this point, I think I've learned a lot about myself. Learned a lot about playing the position, and then kind of the external things. There's football, but then there's also you know being a quarterback, being a leader, being a great teammate, representing a university or something bigger than yourself. It all comes with the position. So um, I think just throughout that journey, I've learned a bunch about how I want to conduct myself.
You reflect on that time now, being so you were young, you were far from home, and blessed with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it was. Being thrown into the fire as well. I think 3 weeks before my high school was done, I was already in college. So, and I say that because I graduated early. But and then starting my freshman year, I think just that all happened really quick. But I learned a lot from those experiences and kind of learned in front of many instead of on the practice field. So there's benefits and things that aren't so good, but just learn from those experiences and grown, and ultimately, I'm at where I'm at because of those experiences.
So when you guys lost Anthony, unfortunately, talk about some guys you're looking at to kind of step up.
All of them. I think it's a committee. You just heard Nick, so Nick's going to be stepping up, but um, I just say all of them. J Gibb, LV, JJ, Brennan, Petaway, guys who are playing now, and then even Stog. I think as a unit, don't want to say that. I just want you to know that I think as a group we have to all step up for someone who's missing.
I know, I don't know if you got to watch any football, on Saturday, if you watch like Oregon and Washington, but I mean, as a young kid, seeing like Marcus Mariota's name being mentioned in the Heisman race, and then seeing Tua, does that mean something to you to be a Hawaiian kid that's kind of going through that same thing now that you watched growing up?
Yeah, it does, and I say that because I represent more than just myself, and I know there's a kid, in Hawaii that is dreaming to do the same. I was once in their shoes with, want to be like Marcus, and just being able to, play college football. I want to be able to be that for those guys too. So, understanding that I represent more than myself, I want to do it the right way. I want them to know that it is possible, but also at the highest level. So.
Dillon, we saw that moment with your mom after the game last weekend. How much has she and your family been around this season? How's that different from maybe previous season, and what's that been like?
They've been around. I'd say more so, knowing it is my senior year. So, they have been around a bunch, but it means the most. It's I don't get to see them all spring and summer. I get to see them for a couple, maybe 2-3 weeks, and then I won't see them again until the first game. So what I love about football is I get to bring my family together and see them all at once, and just it just feels good. It's every game's like a Thanksgiving for me. I get to bring everyone together and break bread. So it's fun, and that's what I think it's all about.
Have they just been staying here, shuttling back and forth, or?
They've been shuttling back and forth. My little brother has made some hikes of coming for a weekend, flying back, and come for another weekend. But my dad and my little brother try to come earlier because they have the high school basketball season, and then my mom, she's kind of here, throughout the whole season. So it's good having her here.
Dylan, having a week to be able to just step back, no game prep, but look at yourself and look at the offense. What are some things you identified that you want to clean up moving forward in the back half of the season?
Yeah, I think it's just as a group we got to be better, and I say that there's parts where we can get away from people and we leave them in the game, and I think us being able to take advantage of every opportunity, close the door early, and just knowing how good we can be because we haven't played our best football, and that's important, knowing that there's area and room to get better, and we need to, and we will. So.
Is there ever a fear coming out of a bye week, just finding rhythm back again after the week off?
I'd say no in our case because a lot of guys were, getting back healthy and just having the week to, tend to our bodies. I think it's helped, and everyone, got a little more pep in their step because of the extra break. So I'd say, thankfully, in our, and it's been good for everyone to just heal up and get their bodies back.
Is it different this year, knowing how much is out there for you guys, just both individually and then obviously as a team?
I think it's been good for us just being able to stay present, and I say that because that's what we've been doing thus far, and being able to just be in the moment, take advantage of every opportunity. And as cliche as it sounds, it's the routine and things like that people can get bored with, but just being dialed into it, preparing our butt off, and coming to Saturday, being able to let it loose. So just I guess the combination of all that will help us.
As an offense, I know everybody looks at the offensive line. You have to start there to be great. When you lose McCade, and then you have a game where Caden steps up, and Caleb, I just saw was named a captain this week. What does it kind of mean, and how has it been with that transition of trying to find people to replace McCade?
It's hard because McCade's a great player, and he's very smart, and really a extra center on the field with how smart he is and being able to help out in that sense. But I think with the two guys, and even Troy being able to help out, and Sexton coming in, and Jake Taylor being able to play as well, I think just the group meshing well together, and I think they do a really good job of that because of Rain setting the tone. But also TG and Walter playing their butt off all year. I think that helps with anyone that may come in, and Beanbo does his magic, and whatever five he puts out there, you really trust it just because he's put them all together throughout the spring, and that sort of thing with just trying to mix different bodies to keep the cohesion.
How'd the Beatenbaugh shirt come together? The idea, putting him on a T-shirt.
I don't know. I really don't. I should ask though.
You talk about Nick Anderson, just what he's kind of brought to the mix this season. I mean, how he's able to find the end zone so often.
Yeah, just some freakiness. I'd say he's got some stuff that you can't coach, and on top of that, he's very coachable. So you mix the two. He's very talented and very smart. So he's just been able to take advantage of every opportunity when he's in. And it's funny how, things work out, but him being in and, the OU Texas game and one catch and one touchdown in the most crucial moment. So that's just show how much, we trust him and his ability.
What's your thoughts on